Hi, this is Chad Wien, Superintendent of Mad River Local Schools. Today I'm here with Sergeant Adam Colon from the Riverside Police Department, and a lot of time my video blogs talk about just enjoyable stuff, great things that are going on in our schools. And recently, and over the last couple of years, we've really hit an epidemic in the community, and we want to bring that to our families, our parents, our community's attention, because it's something that us as a community, not only as a school district, as a police department, but as a community in Riverside, Ohio, we need to be aware of, and we need to deal with, and we need to work through this process together. Today we're going to talk about opioids and their effect on the community here in Riverside, Ohio. Last year alone, Montgomery County administered 168 doses of Narcan. This year in Riverside, we have really scary statistics. We have things that us as a community really need to think about. We've had 124 overdoses that have occurred in Riverside alone. 12 deaths in our community with the average age of 37. 51 times this year, Narcan has been used to revive one of our residents who's addicted to opioids. And that's why I asked Sergeant Colon to come here today to talk to us about the effect of opioids in Mad River, in our schools, in our community, and how we can impact and make a change in order to do what's best for our students and our families here in Riverside. So, Sergeant Colon, you've dealt with this quite a bit. It is truly an epidemic. Montgomery County alone has a zip code that actually has the highest rate of overdoses in the United States, which is scary. We're at the crossroads of America with I-70 and I-75, and my goal today is not to concern our community, but make our community aware of signs to look for, of things to be aware of, in order to report to the proper authorities if they suspect opioid use, whether it's a neighbor, a friend, a family member. So what are some things that you've seen in Riverside alone based on this opioid epidemic?
Well, for Riverside having that many overdoses for the number of citizens, it's per capita, it's quite high. And that's also a number that's reported now with Narcan use being available over the counter, or us not being called at all. The numbers might be higher. We do our best as a community please, when I say community, all of us together, to spread the knowledge of drug use and the signs of drug use, and what the signs are and what to look for, and how to prevent that, as we call it, epidemic from spreading.
So Sergeant Colon, when you think of heroin, when you think of opioid use, opiates, and you think about this region, I mean, what do you think about as far as Riverside in relation to the other cities in our area?
I think that the numbers may seem staggering because of population size, but this is not just a isolated problem for the city of Riverside. This is a problem for the whole county, for the whole state, for the whole country. These other communities that are, from Kettering, Heber Heights, to Inglewood, to Beaver Creek, all have the same issue. And like you said earlier, because of the proximity of how we're situated in the state, 75 and 70, a lot of the heroin is brought in and distributed out from this area. So it's not an isolated problem just for our city.
Okay. And I know personally in our schools, I have a staff member who experienced 3 deaths in one school year of parents of our students. And that's the scary thing. I think one of the things that I've noticed personally is that a lot of the use is parents of school-age students. And I know we've worked hand in hand to try to work with the families and address this, but as a student, as a family member, what can we do to help shift this? If you suspect this in the home, what can a spouse, a family member, even a student do to help curtail this epidemic and make sure that they aren't a victim of their parent passing away because of opioid use?
And I've seen that myself numerous times of children on scene of overdose situations, or finding their parents, or or spouses find their parents, and it's a sad sight. As a student or child, we would like to have them. Best means would be to contact the school itself and the counselor and teachers, because you guys do a good job of getting that help they need, and also letting us aware of the situation. For a parent or an adult or spouse, you can always call us. We will come out there. We're not here to take people and cart them off to jail if they need help or treatment. We will go out there, come talk to us, come to your home, you can come to us, talk in private, meet you somewhere, and we can give you information and try to get help for someone, or the family members.
And I think that's probably one of the biggest fears. People feel like if they report something, then their family member is going to automatically go to jail. And what I'm hearing you say is that's not necessarily the case. Your goal is to help. Your goal is to help this person seek out help in order for them to, be able to move beyond the heroin addiction or opioid addiction they may have. So really, it's not about sending our families or our family members or community members to jail. It's about helping our community members to make better choices, because ultimately that impacts Riverside and people's perception of our community, which we have a great community we live in. And we need to work through some of that stuff as far as the addiction and some of the usage. Anything else you'd like to share with our families that you feel like they should be aware of, just as we move forward and we work through this crisis together?
Strong families, even if it's a single parent or a typical married parents, or however the situation, live with grandparents, just communicating with your children and knowing what they're doing. We see that so often that parents are out of touch of what these kids are doing, and as simple as their social media will probably tell you what they're doing or not doing. Be aware what's going on. Watch for the behavior changes, who they hang out with. I mean, it sounds simple and old-fashioned, but just sit down and talk to them. Communicate with the kids, and just as much as you communicate with the students, and find out what's going on, and be aware of what they're doing, and that's prevention is the best means we can hope to fix this issue or problem. We're not going to arrest our way out of it. Prevention, education, never letting them know not ever to use these illegal drugs, or in fact, prescription drugs is the gateway to many of the opiate-related issues.
Yeah. Well, I know, personally, being somebody committed to Riverside, committed to our students, committed to our schools and our families, we're here to help. And our police department is here to help. We are here as a community, we are here together, and we want to help resolve this issue. So we want to get this information out. It's important for awareness. And if you are seeking out help, if you're in a situation where opioids or other drugs are consuming your life, don't hesitate to work with the schools. Don't hesitate to work with the police department, because we want to make Riverside the best place we can be. And we want to address this issue, and we want to be able to move forward. And as Sergeant Cologne said, we can't arrest our way out of it. It's all about prevention. And that's what our goal is as we move forward. Any last words for our community?
Have a safe and happy holiday.